Well, we just knew kind of, especially towards the end of the game, that they were just going to start, really rearing back and throwing it as much as they can because they were having so much success with it. They weren't having much success with the run game, so we came over. Coach Wise said to the D-line, he said, "Hey, let's ramp up the pass rush and the pressures, and we'll play the run on the pass." So that's what we did, and we had some success. But it was just a mentality, kind of what they were doing. We had to adjust, so.
As a senior, what does it mean to leave your mark on the program in the record book by tying that single game mark?
Yeah, that's huge. But most importantly, we got the win. I didn't even know that I had 4 sacks until Albert told me I was walking over here. So obviously a great accomplishment, but D-Mix, Demarie, and Mason and those other guys were putting just as much pressure on him as I just got to him. And they did a great job. And on the back end, they held up well. They had some trouble, but they held up well, and that allowed us to get to us. And we had really good underneath coverage with our linebackers, so that just held up and allowed me to get some time. I know one of them, one of my sacks, it took a little bit of time, but with that's just the back end holding up. We told them, hey, if you guys hold up 4 seconds, we feel like we could get to them in 4 seconds. Just hold 4 seconds. And then if not, that's on us. That's something we got to do. But we were telling them 4 seconds, and then we did a decent job of that.
You had your 4 sacks. The whole defense had 8, but you also held them to -8 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Which is more gratifying to you?
Probably the rushing yards, actually. The sacks is a huge deal, don't get me wrong, but we kind of, as a whole defense, want to establish ourselves of, hey, you cannot run the football against the SMU defense, and that's what we did. That's kind of what we prided ourselves. Didn't do a very good job against TCU. They ran the ball all over us. That's just something that we got to get over. We got better from it. But going in, Coach Malone and Coach Wyatt and Coach Lepp and Mac, they just wanted to establish all the way to the spring, you cannot run the football in this SMU defense. And that starts up front and then goes to the linebackers and obviously to the safeties. And that's something that we wanted to establish every week, no matter who we're playing.